Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the iFox and Juice podcast. I am your host, Juice, and I'm here with my co-host, Rain. What's going on, Rain?
Not much, man. It's a good day. It's a good day.
It's a good day to be alive and COVID-free, right?
Yep.
COVID-free is how we need to...
It's still October 1st for us, so...
Oh,
Sorry.
We promised to not talk about this, but there's no way to avoid it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just be out front, and I'm going to just try and leave this here as simply as possible. Okay, I will let Reen say her piece. I'm just going to say my thoughts now. I do not wish anything bad for anybody. Just came out, the President of the United States tested positive. I know that some people seem to get confused with my political views on here because I can't kind of seem to go on both ways, and some people think I'm kind of right-wing. I am definitely not. And if you can't tell by my reaction right now that I'm not exactly saddened by this, then yeah, you'll know where I'm coming from. I'll just leave it there. I don't wish anything bad on anybody. It happened, and I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. I'm the same way. It's just, karma works in mysterious ways. Whatever he goes through, hey, it's not up to me. Karma will definitely handle it, I believe, because it's just crazy that we're a month away from election time, and this happens. And he made fun of Biden for wearing masks. We just had the debate. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but he's making fun of Biden for that, and yeah, like what, a day later, right? 2 days later, he tests positive. So
Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, I think, as of now, a week ago now. I think last time we talked, it had just been announced. I don't remember the date exactly. And there was plenty of people on the right celebrating that one in one extent or another. You take something, you give some, man. At the end of the day, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was very old, was battling cancer. Her day came. Not COVID related, though. Trump and his whole China virus thing. Again, not wishing anything bad on the guy, but you win some, you lose some, man.
Yep. I mean, it was a hoax. I don't know. Is he going to use, the bleach treatment that he recommended? What's that fucking pill?
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, is he going to start taking that? I thought he's been taking that. I thought that's what helped him.
Is the first person he got on the phone that lady, that crazy fucking witch doctor? The fuck's her name?
Oh, that's right.
Stella or what's her...
The alien Did the alien fuck him? Where's Eddie Bravo?
Oh my God. See, we haven't even had time to process this, so this is literally just fucking word vomit coming out into your fucking headsets right now, into your speakers, because yeah, we're just all trying to process it. There's so many possibilities. And again, the ultimate irony that this was possibly contracted by someone named Hope Hicks. I'll leave that there as well.
Fuck, man. It's already blowing up. I probably won't be able to sleep because I'll be going through Twitter, just laughing and looking at all the memes and shit. But
all the memes are gonna be epic.
Yeah, fuck, man, it's crazy.
I'll end it with this, and you can have the last piece, Reen, but this is just how I want to say back. Trump, I wish you the best. Stand by and stand back.
Oh, shit. Oh my God. All I gotta say is just, I bet Japan is laughing right now. That's all.
I'm sure China's laughing now too. A lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can say whatever you want about that one, but yeah.
Yep.
Spent 5 minutes on possibly the biggest, even with all the crazy shit that happened in 2020, this is probably the story now. But we're going to get into MMA, folks. Don't you worry. Just no way we cannot avoid that I don't give a shit about politics and what he's don't keep my politics on. I don't give a shit. This is too big to not pass up. But there's plenty of MMA to talk about. Before we get into the rewind and all that, I did the original cold open. It's not meant for God Daddy Emperor Trump. It was meant for someone in the MMA community. If you guys, assuming anybody hearing this probably already knows that Esther Lynn, MMA fighting photographer, recently announced that she's basically, for lack of a better term, quitting photography right now. I don't know what, taking pictures for combat sports. I'm sorry, lack of a better term here. Due to COVID, she hasn't gone to any fights. Even the fights that are being held right now by the UFC and the like, they're not allowing photographers. So I guess she had a bit of a, as many of us has been reflecting, and I think she realized that this is probably not the job for her, at least right now. And it seems like she wants to pursue a career in voiceovers, which is a big passion of hers. I think she'll do great in it. I wish her the best. There is just something that she mentioned, and I haven't gone through too many threads or comments, so I don't really know what people are saying. I can only imagine. But she said she didn't really like the nastiness from the MMA community, especially that she'd been moderating comments on MMA fighting and stuff like that. She's seen all the toxicity that is in the MMA community. And even Luke Thomas made a tweet about this of, say what you want about her thoughts on this, but still one of our greatest talents is leaving because people are being assholes, essentially. So maybe think about that. And I think Reen and I got to thinking about that, and we are part of the problem. We're assholes. We will be the first to admit. We've never said a bad thing about Esther. We've actually both met her, right, Reen? I don't think we've ever talked about this on air, but we both met Esther, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Me personally, just to say my piece, the very first fight I went to, UFC 184, Rousey versus Ngannou, I went to the weigh-ins. I got there kind of not late, but not super early. I went on the little elevator to go to the weigh-ins, and Esther was there. I'd been watching MMA for like 5-6 years, so I'd seen her. I knew her voice a little bit. I'd seen her, and I was like, "You're Esther Lynn." And she's like, "Yeah." And I kind of like froze up for a second because I'd never really met any kind of MMA personality, let alone fight or anything. And I was a big fan of her work. I was like, "Oh, I love your work." And I just didn't really know what to say. About awkward, but she was very, very cool. And I met her a second time at UFC 241 with Ant Walker and Matt Hunter when they were doing their media work. They were talking to her, and I chatted with her for a couple of seconds. It was nothing big. I doubt she remembers me, but she's a very cool person. As kind as she is, as nice as she seems, that is genuinely what she seems like to me as well. And it's unfortunate. I know there's, you kind of got to have some thick skin to cover combat sports. It's a gruesome sport, and she clearly loves it. But yeah, she's a kind soul, and she doesn't get all the nastiness. Reen and I, as I said, we're dicks, so we kind of revel in it a bit. But yeah, I still don't get how anyone can say a bad word about Esther.
I know, she's so sweet, man. I met her at the Cyborg versus Home fight. Because it's so crazy that it's actually the 3-year anniversary of the Vegas mass shooting that they had.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it's the 3-year anniversary, and we were actually doing that teddy bear drive, for Vegas Strong, collecting it. The fight wasn't until December, but we were trying to do some kind of charity work. We wanted to give back to Vegas somehow. And this was what we did. We collected bears, and we dropped off these teddy bears at the local children's hospital. And I got to meet her, it was at open workouts. It was after open workouts. They were interviewing Chris, all of media, and she had like all the teddy bears around her. And that's where I met her. She took pictures of us and everything. And yeah, she's just really cool chick, man. Just approachable, so sweet. And when I saw her tweets, I'm like, oh man, we lost a good one. You know, it just made me sad, and especially just Asian, right? Like,
Well, I know
photographer, like representation and
clearly there's
female,
a
and
bit of a there's clearly a bit of a bias with you there, Irene, and there's nothing
yeah,
wrong with that. But no, here's the thing that's great about it. It's not just she's not the token Asian, to use that term or whatever. She's the GOAT, and I don't know how anyone could say
mm-hmm.
otherwise. She is the
Yeah,
greatest combat sports photographer possibly of all time. Definitely
yeah,
in MMA without question.
yeah, so
I don't really
cool.
think there's a debate there, but yeah.
So cool. I think she's into punk rock and everything, and just fucking cool chick, man. And you assholes just drove her out of here, man.
Hey, and as we said, like, I didn't ask you to co-op this. I mean, like I said, like, I don't think you
It's
have a
true
problem saying
though.
that we're dicks ourselves. Like, we're assholes too, but we've never gone at Esther, man.
Hell no, man. We got at bad people or people that deserved it, but not her, man. And I'm glad that, I looked up some stuff on Reddit, and the people on Reddit, the fans on Reddit were like, she's a fucking legend. She should be in the UFC Hall of Fame for all
If
the pictures she's taken. And I agree. I'm like so glad that they love her too.
if this was a legitimate sport, there would be an MMA Hall of Fame, and it wouldn't be a fucking question. But UFC has their biases, and for God's sakes, remember they tried to get rid of MMA fighting for leaking a story 5 minutes too early.
Yeah. I think they even banned her.
Yeah, it was everyone. It was Ariel, fucking I think Raymondi was still with them at the time. Fucking Esther, Casey, all of them, like the whole crew was just like, fuck out for one goddamn story that she didn't even have anything to do with. But whatever.
Yeah.
The platform will continue to be the platform. MMA Twitter will continue to be MMA Twitter. MMA Facebook is fucking a whole other thing. I'm glad to hear Reddit is good. I'm not on Reddit as much, but sounds like there's decent folks there. Whatever you may think of Esther's politics, I know that's what it comes down to with a lot of people. I don't know how that can get in the way of you admiring her work. And I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about her work, because how could you? But if you're just going to talk shit because you don't agree with her politically, I don't fucking get that. She can be a full-blown and culture supporting, Tucker Carlson watching, hard right-winger, and I would still support her and follow her and dig her work. Her politics, which, if that was the case, would definitely not be in line of mine, would not be reason for me to talk shit of her. I mean, we've had KGB on the show. Her politics are definitely not in tune with ours either. I'll speak for Reen on this one too. I'm sure she'll agree. But we like her as a fighter. We have her on, and there's plenty of fighters that are like that we definitely don't agree with their politics. As we're now seeing, a lot of fighters should support Trump. So this intro probably won't please them either, But that doesn't get away of us being fans of theirs. So I don't get people on the other side that are going to shit on Esther or MMA fighting just because they have a particular brand of politics. A legend's a legend, and there's definitely a space, a big empty void in the space now with her leaving. I selfishly want her to come back, but I also want her to pursue her dreams, and this is what she really wants to do. She's taking a big chance. I hope she achieves it. I hope she makes a fuckload of money. I hope she's happier and whatever else she does. I wish her the best. And just to pay her respect, to be the juice that's always on iFox with Juice, and to be a bit of a dick, and also to bring you motherfuckers down, just know you're never going to outdo the Asian on taking photos. So if you want to take her spot, you just stop right now. And Reen, I will take your laughter as an endorsement, but if not, you can correct my racist ass right now.
That's like huge boots to fill. Like she loved wearing boots, man. Just her style is just
Was she a Doc Martens wear? I would think she
so.
is.
Yeah, just her style is just so unique. But I mean, yeah, I had to pour some green tea out for my homie, man. Like, so sad, man.
We're still the iFox just podcast. Yeah. No, I wasn't even thinking commenting on the Doc Martens thing to make fun of her. I wear Doc Martens myself, or as my nephew calls them, emo Tims, which cracked me the fuck up when he said that. I've never heard that term before. He's a younger one, so yeah, I rock the emo Tims apparently. But yeah, that's funny. But yeah, Esther, I wish you all the best, man, and we enjoy the shit talk too, to one extent or another. But yeah, man, just don't get at people just because they're fucking politics or their websites or whatever. Respect people for their work and leave it at that. You want to leave politics out of your sports, we have no problem interjecting your politics with the people that work in the sport too. So pick your battles, man. Stay consistent.
Yep, learn how to separate the two. Jesus. Goodness, man. I just don't understand people like that. Like, they could be like amazing human beings, but they just, they either ride with red or ride with blue. And Ice-T said it's either Crips or Bloods right now. That's what it seems like.
Oh yeah.
So
to get back to touch on the initial topic just one more time, I'll never forget. This was maybe like a month into the pandemic. Someone put a tweet that said, the face mask group and the anti-face mask group, it's like straight gang shit. Like, you see each other on the streets and it's like on the spot, like you almost want to fight them. And yeah. It's true. Like, that was now it's like, I think everyone's just kind of sick of them. So to one extent or another, you kind of get it, but you should still wear a goddamn mask. And as we talked about earlier, now all the proof in the world that you should probably pay attention to science here and there. But that's that. That happened. We will see what happens in the next few days, weeks. Pray for the country, man, at the very least. Pray for the country and wish Esther the best. I think that's the best way to end this cold open. So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to get full into the MMA now. We're going to review UFC 253, talk about the next Fight Island card, and talk about a few headlines. There wasn't too many, and there's no matchups that we could really put our thumb on that were worth commenting on. So it's going to be just mostly a review and a bit of matchups and some of the previews. So let's get into it. We talked last week about Diego Sanchez and Jake Matthews. A pretty uneventful fight. Was that probably the most predictable fight you'd ever seen? Jake Matthews sticking and moving on a very slow, brawling Diego.
Yeah. It almost seemed like a sparring match.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, it was Jake who was treating Diego like the amateur.
Yeah. So it's just really sad. And he still has fights left on his contract that he wants to complete. So it's just sad, man. I guess he has like a torn labrum in his hip or something. So he was compromised going into it, but still.
Isn't labrum like part of your shoulder? Am I tripping?
There is, yeah. There's shoulder too, but I guess his was in his hip, like the socket or something.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if he got an MRI or a CAT scan or anything. I think with some of that, you have to use like one of those microscopic like thingamabobs. I forgot what it's called.
The ones that the ethnoscope, they like stick it in, right? Like camera,
to really look at it and diagnose it. But yeah, I guess he was compromised. But still, man, like, come on. If he's getting up there in age, he doesn't have a really good coach. That Fabia guy is still in his corner, so. And then just his body looked really bad, like straight up dad bod mode now. I mean,
this was 155, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Jake Matthews 170. I don't remember. He goes up in weight and down in weight so much. I forget.
No,
but yeah, he's. I don't think he's looked like this in a good while. This is probably the most out of shape he's ever looked.
Yeah, so he's just a shell of himself. Like it was cool watching his fights before, but now it's just sad to watch.
Yeah. Would you pay to watch Fabia and Edmund Taverdian fight?
Maybe. Pay?
Pay.
Pay?
I mean, I'm not saying $65 pay-per-view price.
Oh, okay.
Anything, $5, $10, like,
If we went halves and put some money on it together, like that, yeah, we can go in on it together to watch it. Start a GoFundMe or something, collect all that money, like save Diego. Is there a plan behind it too?
Oh, that's right. That was one of our plans earlier. Was that last year?
Yeah, when he first entered the scene, yeah.
Yeah, but we really got the real look at it, I think, when he fought Pereira, right? And I think that was February.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier this year. I still remember that. One thing that we do know now is that at least he's not going to fight Conor. We can put that to bed.
Yeah. I guess it would have been a huge payday for Diego and just bounce after that. But would anybody really pay for that?
I mean, Conor against a raccoon would sell. You know what I mean? But
sad though, man.
I mean, so we didn't put this on the docket, and I didn't really want to talk about it because it's still just reports and rumors. But supposedly him and Poirier is supposed to happen according to Dana, but I can't believe anything he fucking says anymore either. But that was wild. If you need any further proof that Conor's been on drugs the past couple of years or months, him DMing Dana to fight Diego Sanchez twice in 1 year in LA and Ireland of all places. Yeah, homeboy smoking something real good or snorting something real good.
Crazy guy, man. Just back and forth. I retired. No, I want to fight Diego Sanchez. What? Huh? Are you doing him a favor or are you doing yourself a favor? Or what's going on here?
We'll see. Maybe, I doubt he'll ever step in the octagon, but I still don't even know how he's a licensed cornerman. Your boy Cross wants to beat the shit out of Fabia. I think we mentioned this last year when he first caught glimpses of him, so I think that beef's still going on. Let's see where that goes around to.
I wouldn't mind watching that. Sarah could come out of retirement. I wouldn't mind watching that either. Just do a grappling match after the MMA fight with Kraus. Matt Sarah, yeah. I guess they had beef.
Oh yeah. Did you see that video of them eating and him fucking harassing them?
Yeah, he wanted some respect from him. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Do you know who the fuck you're talking to?
I mean, he's only former welterweight champion who beat possibly the greatest of all time. But yeah.
And one of Henzo's black belts, like very first black belts, lived at his gym. He's one of those, like, dedicated, like, yeah, he lived at the gym. You don't fuck with that, man. Like, you didn't see that video of him taking down, like, some random dude at Vegas?
Yeah, like, Sarah in restaurants, don't let that fool you. As much as that dude loves to eat, and he does, it's not going to stop him from, just humiliating you. I don't even want to say fighting because it's not a fight. He just humiliates the shit out of you and makes you wish that he did beat the shit out of you.
Right? He won't do much. He'll just take you down and make you look like an well, can you even say he's an amateur?
Nope.
He's not even that.
We talk so much shit about Taverdian too, but at least the dude's had fights. Whatever you may make of his record, that dude's fought kickboxing and MMA.
I can't believe he was able to go to Fight Island, though. Can you believe that? That Fabia dude.
Why wouldn't he?
I bet he had, like, the time of his life. Treated like loyalty. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't supposed to be there. He doesn't belong there.
He conned his way into a expense-paid trip to Abu Dhabi.
Right? He's probably talking to the locals, be like, yeah, you should learn this. I have this school. This is what I believe in. I bet he's doing that shit on the side.
I have a tough time believing he'll convince any people of Abu Dhabi. I don't know any people from Abu Dhabi, from the UAE, but they seem like hard folks. I don't think they'll.
No, they won't, but I bet he tried it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Used car salesman.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't even do that. I couldn't even buy a car from him, man. It's nope. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Moving on to the main card, we also talked about Kellen Vieira and Sijara Eubanks. Covered that fight. Want to say, I think we were split on that one. And I want to say, or were we? I think you went for
remember. Kellen. Yeah, I went for Kellen.
And I think I may have gone for Sijara. Or I don't remember. But I remember I thought it was going to be very close. And I guess it was. The first round was trouble. And then Ketlin did what Ketlin does. It was good to see that she can still do it, that she wasn't so timid off of the Aldana KO, that she wasn't herself. And Sijara Eubanks is a tough-ass woman. So, but I'm having a tough time, like, I don't know how impressed I should be Like, you know, because she was the number one contender for a time, got taken out by Aldana, and now she rebounded. But like, I don't know if this means like, is she gonna be next in line after Aldana home, or does she still need a few fights? What do you think?
I think she still needs a few fights. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, is it because she's a little bit hesitant on some things because this is a completely new opponent? You know, she didn't get any
Yeah,
time to prepare, or is this Ketlin now?
she had to
Because
fight her fight, and yeah, exactly. That's the question, right? Was it her fight, or was it just doing the bare minimum to try and get the win? Yeah.
and she's been out for so long even prior to that, right? Before even fighting Aldana, so it's like I still have questions like, where are you at?
I think it was what, a year and a shit. I think it was almost 2 years or more.
Yeah, she just
Okay.
went MIA. We had no idea what happened to her.
It was injuries, but they continued to pile on. It was like one of those Dominic Cruz situations. Like, oh, she got better from one knee. Oh shit, it was the other one. Oh shit, it was a shoulder. Oh shit, you know, it happens.
Yeah. And then just Banks just being so tough, like good for her. You know, there was a huge size difference. You know, had that, and then she just fought what Avila in
Yeah,
September,
two,
beginning of
2 weeks
September.
ago, two
So
3 weeks ago.
yeah, so I mean, good on her. I'm becoming a fan of hers.
She came a long way, and regardless of
Yeah.
what you think about that fight and her performance, she didn't lose shit. I mean, she may have
Mm-mm.
lost the fight, but she took it on 2 3 weeks notice. She made money. It was a highly ranked opponent that people didn't really expect her. You know, I guess she could have won just from the surprise factor, but it was not really the best style matchup. It was a big step up in competition. So she only gained from this. The only loss was the one on her record. Everything else, she's good. You know.
Yeah.
Good for you, Banks. And you're right. I'm kind of becoming a fan too. And man, remember she'd missed weight, and then there was the whole thing with Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Someone brought that up online this week that I totally forgot about. That she was mad because they took away the main event spot that was supposed to be her and Shevchenko at Madison Square Garden, and she made like she threw a big fucking
Yeah.
hissy fit over that. And I forgot all about that, man. Like she's just been fucking getting down.
Yep. Good for her. Got a trip out of it too. Maybe she can hang out some more. See if
Hey,
anybody else pulls out.
I have a question now that you're saying it. So Angela Hill was there last week. She's doing commentary, right? In the booth,
I think so, yeah.
but it doesn't look like she has a fight scheduled, right?
Nope, nope, they're using her. Good for her, man.
I think she's trying to use the UFC. Well, I think they're
Both.
using each other. Yeah,
Yeah, of course, both.
but of course, if someone fails, they got their back up there.
Yep, they got her too, so.
Shit, if a flyweight belt should probably try and make the waves. Go to the, people. What's the unhealthiest food you got? I gotta fucking bulk up and weight. I gotta make 125.
hmm
Because I think Angie doesn't cut that much weight, if I recall correctly. I mean,
Yeah, she says she's always on point with her diet and everything, so.
well, she has to be doing something, right? Because she takes fights like nothing. Like, there's never been an issue of, oh shit, Angie isn't gonna make weight. So,
Yeah, she's always ready. Stay ready. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, one other thing before we continue, because we were talking about injuries and women's fights and all that. I saw something earlier before we went on. I don't know if you saw. I guess Jessie Jess is gonna be out of action for a while. I guess she hurt her knee.
Yes, I saw that.
Damn.
Fuck, man. So does this mean she has to get a job?
Fuck, what jobs can you get right now, especially when you're hurt already? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming she's probably had a day job at some point in her life. I don't think she's fought her whole life, but I don't know, man. And then I don't know this is a interesting question that I don't think I've ever thought of. I don't think I know she's not a citizen. I don't even know if she's even a resident. Maybe she's just here on a visa. And then I don't know how that works with work visas and training. And I mean, I don't think you can just go up one day and say, "Oh, I need a job," when you were brought here because you're a fighter. You know, I don't know how these things work. So, man, it's just an unfortunate situation. But I read that, I was like, "Damn, so sorry for
Yeah.
Jess."
Yeah, because she was like saying, like, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to live off of just fighting. And then now she has a surgery she has to pay for. I wonder if the UFC is going to pay for the doctor's bill, though.
I would hope if they didn't give her that bonus, which she was asking for, and I think she probably deserved, at least help her out with that, man. But then again, not to throw any shade at Leslie Smith because I love her. She's a show favorite and she did the right thing. But they tried to do Leslie a favor of getting rid of her cyst or something. Remember she had like a benign tumor, and then she still went ahead with Project Spearhead, and they really fucking got mad after that. So I wonder if they're hesitant to do that now. It's like, we helped one woman out, she didn't fucking appreciate it, so fuck you all.
I hope they actually take care of it, because I think it was during the fight, right? Apparently,
I think she said that she'd been hurt a little bit before, and the fight didn't help. So.
Oh, damn it! Don't say that. Say it was during the fight.
I know. You're right. That's shady, but it's true. That's the only way you can kind of get some kind of coverage. Because believe it or not, UFC fighters do have some type of insurance, but it's for in cage only. So, yeah, you're right. She definitely said that. But props to her for being honest. But moving on with the rest of the fights from last week. Oh man, I never thought I'd be cheering for a Kai Kara-France loss, but man, was I cheering on Saturday.
This was a crazy fight from the start.
I told you, and I went just kind of on a gut feeling like this kid's crazy. Like there's something about this kid, like I can't overlook him. And sure enough, the dude just went buck wild.
It was so crazy how he grabbed his neck too, like, and just adjusted. It was so fast. That second round, like, just he was like, all right, I'm going to jump on this, and just took him out. But just, man, the sequences in the first round though, I'm still like, what the fuck happened? Like, what? This is crazy. Gave him no respect. Didn't give a shit who Kai was.
Told you.
Just in his fucking face. That was fucking amazing.
I know people don't really think highly of Tim Elliott, but he submitted him, and he submitted him in his first fight in the UFC. Say what you want about Tim Elliott, that is not a guy that's easy to submit. I mean, even DJ Demetrius Johnson had a tough time with him for a round, and he out-grappled the shit out of him. He still couldn't submit him. And the only guy that I can remember him actually submitting him was Joseph Benavidez, which, I mean, props to you there. No shame in that. And this kid submitted him. I was like, there's something special about this kid. But I did not think it'd be like this. I kind of just went on a hunch, and I thought it may have been like a close decision. I did not think of him to take it. And then him adjusting his grip mid-choke. I don't know if he's a black belt or not, but if he's not, he definitely looks like one and moves like one.
I think he is a black belt. He's one of those. It's like he's like 2 or 3 steps ahead. Just amazing. Always looking for something. Always like just spinning elbow. Like, what? Did he get dropped? He
got dropped by Kai with like a right hand, and as he was dropping, he kind of just sprang up and threw a fucking fuck you elbow. He just threw it, and it landed. They both got rocked. Yeah. You know who he kind of reminds me of? Like Charles Oliveira. Just wild striking, doesn't give a fuck, and just always looking for submissions.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
You know who I'd love to see, and I doubt it'll happen, but what you think of him and Moreno? Yeah.
Holy shit. It might be one of, because he's already up there now.
Yeah. And I know he's supposed to be on the undercard for Garbrandt and Figueiredo. Remember, we kind of said that he's going to be kind of like a backup possibly?
Yeah.
So I think he's already got a fight booked, but I want to say it was Pantoja, or no? Who's the other guy?
I forget.
It was a top dude regardless, but yeah, man, this kid's one to look out for. I know I say it all the time, Reen, and I know you love Demetrius, and I do too, but division's better without him.
It is exciting now, isn't it? Like, you can't talk shit about the flyweight division, man.
You could have when Demetrius was in, because he was so dominant.
Yeah.
That's the double-sided sword thing. It's like you have a guy who's one of the best who's ever done it, a marvel to watch, great champion, but the division looks like shit because he's so good.
Yep, so exciting. I can't wait for him to fight again, man. Only his second fight in the UFC.
This is one of the few guys. This is the first guy in years. This is what I call the Carlos Condit effect, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on, really enough. But I became a fan of Carlos Condit because I was a gigantic fan of Dan Hardy. They fought, and I didn't know too much about Condit. I knew he was kind of a wild brawler type dude. I didn't know how that fight was going to go. I expected Hardy to win. And then when he knocked him out, I was like, holy shit, this dude's for real. And I jumped ship. I'm very open about that fact. I've loved Kai Kara-France for a while. I'm a big fan of his. But for you to take out Kai like that, that's a fucking man, dude. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of dudes like that. So he automatically made a stand out of me with that fight. Moving on from that, getting to the co-main. Man, I know a lot of people were not excited about Dominic Reyes and Jan Blachowicz, but the way that fight turned out, it wasn't really a very contested match. It was a lot of one-way traffic, but man, it's an ass beating and a half.
Yeah. Whatever rope he's, getting power from, that's scary. Yeah. He looks so much bigger than Reyes, too. So thick, man.
Blachowicz is a big dude. I don't think people. Well, Reyes is a tall dude. I mean, he's a big dude too, but he's more tall than anything. I mean, we saw that in the John Jones fight. They were of similar stature, but Blachowicz is just a thick boy.
Yeah, those fucking body kicks.
Now we know he's got possibly some of the most powerful body kicks since Crow Cop. The Crow Cop's the only guy that I remember that can kick you once or twice and you get welts and bruising immediately. Unless there was something drastically wrong with Reyes, like fucking blood clots or some type of severe inflammation issues. That's not normal, man. That's I mean, he's kicked people hard, but that was nuts. And then right like under the armpit and the side of the ribs, back area. Damn, dude.
So brutal. Just
and precise.
It. Yes, attacking the same. Just
like a laser, just tot, 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 same exact spot.
Fuck, man. That dude's a nightmare, dude.
And then the knockout. I was telling people, I was like, Jan, I really wanted to watch him and Jan Blachowicz and John Jones. I thought that would have been a good fight. I think people are eating it up now more because of how spectacular that was. And obviously he has John's belt, quote unquote. But I think that was always going to be a good fight. After the Corey Anderson knockout, I was like, man, I think this dude's, I think he's been legit, but I think he really showed out. And now, like, yeah. I mean, Dominic Reyes gave John Jones all he could handle. And a lot of people thought he won. I think myself included. But this dude, it's just so weird, right? How bad Reyes' defense was. It was like there was none.
Yes. Like you would think he would close up, his body a little bit and just kind of defend himself more because he kept on attacking the same side. Yeah.
And I know it was a problematic matchup because it was he's a southpaw, but I mean John Jones isn't a southpaw himself, and he could switch stances, and he dealt with him better. That was a harder matchup, and he dealt with him better, and he wasn't getting hit as much.
So, dude, I kind of want to see it now. I want Jones to come back down, and like you said, maybe he should. He's toying with it, so kind of want to see it now. Try to get your belt back, man.
We want to see it, but he's going on with the man of the hour, Israel Adesanya, who got a second round TKO of Paulo Costa and has become the story of the goddamn week for sure. So up until the breaking news that we got right before the show, this was the biggest story of the day, especially in the sport. Adesanya and John Jones going back and forth. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, some of it's entertaining. Some of it was damn personal. I do find it funny that no one catches on to Israel Adesanya's game. He can play the game very well. He's doing it to John Jones. He's doing it to all you, and I don't know how many of you are aware of it. And you continue to hate him when you don't see the shit that's right in front of your face.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's entertaining. I mean, and John opened it up. Really, he opened that door to discuss family. So I don't see a problem with what Izzy said.
We don't see a problem with a lot of shit that Izzy says, from the 9/11 comments to this to dry humping Costa. I mean, I don't
No,
know.
I don't see a problem with that either. Like Costa made all those memes, was talking so much shit. Like, come on, he was using what Grace Jones' picture, and then him like holding, basically had Izzy in his arms, right?
Yeah, like dry fucking him too.
Oh yeah, so it's like, why? I mean, I didn't see a problem with it. You got fucked, okay? You were bullying him. You were doing all this bullshit on the side, and then you decide to do the same shit in the cage instead of actually fighting. You fighting your game. What got you to the dance? You were being a troll, basically, right? In a goddamn cage, and you got
This
your ass kicked.
this man beat Yoel Romero, although a lot of people don't think so. But either way, stood in front of Yoel Romero, went toe to toe with him. Izzy did
Yeah,
not do that. Romero lost that fight, and Costa's game plan was, I'm gonna just do what Romero did.
but worse. I feel. The taunting and shit? Like, are you on social media? What are you doing? You're in Abu Dhabi. This is your biggest fight. And you're acting like you're on social media. I didn't understand that at all. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? He deserved that dry humping. Sorry. You like Angela Hill said, Izzy didn't penetrate him.
Yeah.
Like Izzy didn't
He barely
smack him.
touched him. He barely touched him.
Yeah. I had no problems with it. Like, people are crying over it. Like, oh, he should be better than that. Sportsmanship, blah, blah, blah. What about all the shit that was happening online? Come
I
on,
will
man.
find it funny too that I think we saw some of these crybabies online after the Masvidal Askren knockout. That some people thought that Masvidal was way out of line. I think more people were in agreement that he wasn't than that he was. But I think the most of MMA Twitter people online thought there was nothing wrong with the way Jorge celebrated with all the shit that Askren was talking. I do want to know how many of those same people have a problem with what Adesanya did and didn't have a problem with what Jorge did. They were both very disrespectful.
No, nope,
And
nope.
shit, you could say that Jorge went farther because he fucking dropped the hammer on him like 2 or 3 times after he was clearly dead. You know, Adesanya, the fight was stopped and it was stopped justly. Costa didn't take like a excessive beating.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get knocked dead like Askren did. But I do find it interesting. There's always going to be this issue with Adesanya.
Oh,
Always going
yeah.
to be controversy. Always going to be something to talk about it. And the funniest thing is the people that hate him the most are the ones that are paying his bills. They're the ones that are interacting the most. The ones that are retweeting him the most. And we didn't talk about this because I told you about it the next day. It seems like you didn't see it live. The post-fight presser. You must have been just eating that shit up, right? Because I know I was.
Oh, yeah. I saw it after. He was turned into, what, MMA media as well, and then also the weight cutting issue and everything, but just the way he is. Like, yeah, I'm like 10 steps ahead of this dude. I already knew what was going to happen. I read him before, I knew
I
this shit was gonna happen. Just the way he was acting at face-offs, and
I felt like if I knew he was reading a script, I felt like you're the one that would have written that script. I was
gotta be
hearing it. I was
strategic,
like,
man.
I was hearing him. You're his Vince McMahon. You're his Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was hearing him talk. I was like, oh my god, this is like what we fucking DM and shit. Wow, dude. But yeah, Izzy is that guy. His
Yeah.
confidence is real. He's a very smart dude, and I don't know why people don't give him that credit. Yeah, there's the race issue. We can't ignore that. And then the foreigner issue. Just
Yeah.
American MMA fans are fucking stupid sometimes. But
Yep.
also, I really think sometimes it comes down to the anime shit. People have a real
Yes.
strong hatred of weeaboos, man. I don't get it.
What the fuck is wrong with? Oh, you guys watch Marvel. You guys enjoy Batman. I grew up on anime too.
I
The
guess you get
fuck?
a pass, Reen, because that's in your country. You invented it, so it's fine. I don't know.
I mean, grown men, adults, we still watch that shit.
Here's the weird thing that I've learned recently.
Hmm.
Apparently, in my community, the Hispanics, We fucking love that shit. It's like a gigantic subculture in the Latino community of fucking weeaboos, man.
I don't understand it. Y'all took Power Rangers from us. Dragon Ball, y'all love that shit. You even made a fucking movie out of it.
Did we take Power Ranger from you guys?
Yeah, Power Rangers has back in the day, even when my mom was a kid, it was around. But we had different Power Rangers. See,
Oh,
we didn't
that's
fuck
right.
with the same one, right? Yeah.
Yes, because the fighting was all Japanese, right? But it was just the actors, the American actors that were doing the high school drama
Yeah.
bullshit, right?
Yeah. We had Ultraman. Like, we had all kinds of shit that you guys took from us. But for some reason, it's not cool with Izzy. Like,
Can't pronounce.
Pokemon. Pokemon. Like, the little
Yep.
kids using, like, Pokemon, like, app. And even adults were doing it. The Pokemon apps. And, oh, I gotta find this. I gotta catch this one. Fucking falling off of bridges and shit.
We still can't
Remember
even
that?
pronounce. Yeah, I do. Still can't even pronounce Gojira correctly either.
Yeah.
Oh, and God forbid you actually say Gojira here. Everyone's just gonna think you're racist, even though you're saying it the right way.
I just don't understand like the hate, man. I'm like, what's going on? Like, because you guys got lame ass ones now. Like you had to like adopt ours and now make fun of us now. What? What's wrong? You guys getting like bored with Marvel and shit like that? I don't get it.
Well, I will say, I mean, I did laugh at John's tweet, John Jones' tweet of I'm gonna go to an anime convention and slap the first 10 people there. It's like, it's like you're just gonna, if you do, of course he would never do that because he's, well, I don't know, John Jones is an asshole and, you know, fuck them kids. But still,
Please, come on, man.
even if he did do that, like, dude, you're gonna just create another Israel Adesanya, like some fucking big ass black dude just came and smacked the shit out of me when I was 16. I'm gonna fuck that fool up one day.
That's so funny. You wish. You wish. And also another thing, you wish America created the first robot. Do you know Japan is testing the Gundam robot, like full size? I used to watch that shit when I was a kid.
Oh God, don't say that. Bad.
That's anime too, man.
That scares me.
Yeah, they're testing it. Going backwards, going forward, moving its head, everything.
So we're really getting to.
Y'all gonna try to take that shit from us too.
So we're really getting to Transformers shit now, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because when I was a kid watching all that, I was like, man, I wish I could be a Gundam pilot. Shit, it might happen.
Go back to the motherland and fucking.
Never too late, huh? Dreams could come true, man. Because might be fighting robots now instead of fucking using tanks and shit.
Your boy's asking you, why are we leaving, mama? Gotta man this robot, son.
Yep.
These robots don't drive themselves.
Yep, it's my calling.
I'm giving it all up.
Yep.
Oh, hilarious. One last thing, just because it's the stupidest shit of this week. I only say it's stupid because I don't know, and I think it's funny that there's all these medical experts all of a sudden on fucking online. But what did you think of this whole deal with his right pec, of Izzy's right pec, that I guess people are accusing him of taking steroids because it was kind of flabby?
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Same.
I hope it's not cancerous. I guess he's getting test results done right now. He's like waiting for them. So yeah, I hope it's not cancerous. If it is, fuck you motherfuckers that made fun of him.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It could be very serious. I mean, even if it's nothing that serious as far as like a disease, he could have a torn pec muscle. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Sure, he could have fought, you know, Costa injured and still beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he said it was tender and it does kind of bother him if he like touches it.
Yeah, dude, the human body's fucking fragile, man. And I know a lot of you don't know because, you know, you don't even know you have muscles in your pecs, but
yeah, y'all don't, half of y'all don't do shit.
But Jesus Christ, like, I don't know how I saw that like right away. Like even before the fight started, I started seeing messages.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa, really? I thought his comeback was good. Like, why are they looking at my titties? Like, of all the things, right?
Yeah, right? I know. It's
And
just
look,
taken away from his victory. Like they're so focused on whether or not he cheated. And all these fucking medical experts on fucking YouTube and on Twitter, like y'all don't even take care of your damn selves. Shut the fuck up.
if we're gonna speculate too, let's give these people the argument. Let's say that he for sure it comes out tomorrow that Izzy took steroids. I am no fan of steroids, PEDs, or none of that, and yeah, it would hurt. So I really love Izzy, and I denounce fighters when they test positive or something. In
Yeah.
this case, he'd be forgiven because he took on Paulo fucking Costa.
Yeah, and who knows what he's doing and how he's masking and shit, man.
We're
Look
not
at him.
we're not doctors to know what Costa did or didn't know, just like we don't know what Izzy did or didn't do. But just look at him, man. Come on.
Like seriously, like how does he even cut weight? All that muscle, how does he do it?
He didn't look that bad at weigh-ins too. I thought he would have looked like a zombie. He actually looked like kind of healthy.
He did, but at the same time, it's like when he blows up, he blows up. How do you make the weight?
That is the dumbest argument I've ever heard too. Of he beat it because he's on steroids. And Costa's been clean as a whistle his whole goddamn career, right?
And what if he did cheat? He still kicked his ass, right? A skinny boy. Right? Skinny boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Look at him. Did he look like he's on? Hello? Look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Skinny boy. Got your ass whooped by a skinny boy.
I'd never seen a fighter so emasculated ever in my life. Honestly, I've seen grown men cry in the cage, in the ring. I've never seen a man so emasculated as when Costa got beat down by Izzy. I'm not even talking about the humping. That was just like the cherry on top. But that's the whole thing. Like, and then Costa's videos, I would get my revenge and all this shit. It's like, dude, you shouldn't do shit.
No, you will not. We don't care if you're going to come back stronger. You're not getting that rematch. No. Mm-mm.
One last thing I want to add about that too. I guess a lot of people were mad or sickened or disgusted by Izzy's comments to his trainer too, that he said he was going to come on him. I will say, and I've not heard this. Does anyone know that fucking guy's name?
I forget. He's always around because Henry and shit, and that's his,
He's
Paulo's and
he's the fucking height of a jockey. He has those very distinguishable glasses. He's always with Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
He fucking is the guy that came up with the plan to beat fucking Demetrius Johnson. And nobody knows his fucking name.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, man.
Is he called his glasses jizz glasses?
Yeah. Yep.
Because they're white.
Yeah.
Jizz glasses.
Still don't get why he does that.
The hype man, I guess the guy that thought it was a good idea to throw a white belt at Izzy at face-offs, and look how that backfired.
So all the cringe that you guys get mad at Cejudo for, this is the mastermind, clearly.
Yeah, and I guess what he was saying is we're coming for Alexander, right? His teammate.
Oh, Volkanovski. I didn't hear that part, but yeah, I know Cejudo said that.
Izzy didn't really know what he was saying, but he misinterpreted what was said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's coming for his teammate. It is what it is. It's the fight game. People are getting cut open and shit broken, torn labrums and shit like that, but people get so fickle over, antics after and social media and whatever. I think it's just so funny, but I mean, it's just him hyping shit up too at the same time. And John being John, like he has to have the last word. And he will not stop, even though he'll sit there and say, okay, I'm logging off. Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, he's back online. Like, what the fuck? Don't you have kids? Don't you have a wife? Oh, wait. Fiance?
His daughter probably came and was asking him to help her read, but trying to get her to do it herself because she's dyslexic and she's never going to learn any other way if he helps her.
I have yet to see anyone bring that up. That he used
that
his
really
daughter.
Pisses you off.
Yes, because I'm a parent, so I will never throw my kid under the bus.
He
this
was
motherfucker,
drunk,
I don't care. He shouldn't be out there in the first place. Number one, so I don't think his mama would be very proud of him, right? I don't think his mama will fucking appreciate that. I still have yet to hear that. Oh, you hit a pregnant lady. Oh, you did. What about the children? Fucking blaming your fucking daughter.
You didn't blame her. You just used her as an excuse
Jeez.
for his impairment.
God.
At least he didn't say her fucking dyslexia drove me to drinking.
Might as well.
I had to leave.
Why would you?
Can't take it anymore.
Might as well. Like, what the fuck are you? Oh my God, John. Of all the things, man. Bring your daughter up.
One day, Reen, you're gonna lose it. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna lose it. And you're gonna come on this show. It's like, goddamn son, he can't read. He can't do something. You're gonna put him on blast, Reen. No, it's just gonna come.
No, it'll be on me. See, I'm that parent. I'll be like, I fucked up. I failed. John's not like that.
Hey, they got a house and food to eat. He did his job.
Jesus. And then he's going to sit there and tweet like, yeah, my God will not let me like lose over you, or my God will let me beat you or some shit.
That is the most American thing. Does he think that Izzy's like praying to fucking like pagan gods or something? Like,
right?
What the fuck, dude? I don't know if it's Christian or not, or atheist. I don't know, but it's like, my God, or is it just that you're that much of a fucking narcissist?
Right? Like,
it's my God and only mine.
Okay. He's from the motherland, so.
Fucking psychopath, man.
Yeah, I just love that. Well, you hit a pregnant lady and left her, John. Like, and then all the other comments. Well, he repented, and yeah, he's good. As long as he comes to church, it's all is forgiven.
He took a stroll in the park with Ariel. That's key. That is the MMA confession room right there.
So entertaining. But I mean, man, if it happens, it happens. You know, if the fight comes up, it happens. If Izzy cleans out his division, it's bound to happen, right? And they're not going to do it like, I think Luke was saying it. They're not going to do it without a huge audience. They're going to definitely like take advantage of that. Yeah. So.
This is not a COVID fight. This isn't going to happen in the next 3 months. I mean, we obviously don't know when this shit will end with COVID right now, but I'm going to assume it's probably sooner rather than later. But yeah, you can't leave money on the table like that. Nah. No.
Now, has John left the States to fight? Doesn't he always fight in Vegas?
For the most, I mean, he's gone to Canada.
Okay, well, but not like international, like Brazil or anything else, right?
Yeah, like Japan, Brazil, London. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Like, it's possible they could do it in Africa, and it would be huge.
Holy shit, that would straight up. I'm no hyperbole here. That could really be the Rumble in the Jungle. That could be Foreman and Ali level.
Yeah, they didn't mention they were talking about like, you know, going back to Australia or maybe, you know, New Zealand and things like that. But I'm like, what about Africa, man?
The UFC has to go back, especially, well, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen when all this shit is over, but South Africa has been a bit of a hotbed. Actually, on a kind of unrelated note, I was thinking the other day, because of Izzy, or there was some kind of South African fighter or something I was watching. What happened to Don Madge? Is he still in the UFC?
Yeah, I believe so.
They in a while.
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they've booked him in a while. I don't know. I mean, he's been helping out Chris here and there, but shit, it's been a while too, though. I think that was before COVID.
Like, I just saw Katharina Leonard. She's fighting in Bellator soon. She just got cut. I didn't even know she'd been cut. Or maybe I just don't remember. And, you know, with all the Contender Series signs, sometimes I think, like, oh, shit, are they even in the UFC anymore? Because they cut everybody.
Trying to see. The last time Don fought.
And I don't think he's lost. I think there's only 2 fights, and I think he won them both, if I remember right.
Oh, he was on that UFC 242 card. That was the last time. That was
a year ago. That was a year ago.
Holy shit, man. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I ask.
It's been a while, dude.
But yeah, but I think your point stands. Africa, South Africa, obviously Nigeria would be huge. And then there's other spots. I mean, Morocco, that's still a thing in Africa. They've got a big, obviously, Badr Hari, a lot of kickboxers. There's plenty of places to go, it seems like. So,
yep. See what happens, though.
Yeah. So that does it for the rewind of last week's fights. We're going to get into the Fight Island preview. Not a lot of fights here that we wanted to cover. It's a decent card, but there's 4 that stood out to us in particular. On the prelims, our girl Loma Lookboonmi is going to fight Jin Frey. One of those fights we covered when it was first announced, because it seems like it's, I don't know. I'm starting to think it's just going to be a showcase for Loma.
I think so too.
They're basically both atomweights. Jin was the atomweight champion in Invicta. Loma, very undersized strawweight, so they're kind of atomweights too. So it's good they're fighting someone quote unquote their own size. Mm-hmm. But Loma, man, I don't know. I know she lost to Angie, and that was a good fight, but I just think she's gonna come back like a demon.
I think so too. And doesn't Jin have like issues with making weight because all the muscles she carries?
Well, no? She did at atomweight. Obviously, that shouldn't be an issue now.
Yeah, this should be fine then, right?
Unless she's really not watching her diet, which I doubt, because look at her, she's ripped as shit. Or unless she's gained a lot of muscle, which I also doubt, because I don't think you do that very quickly.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Loma, Tiger Muay Thai. Fuck, man, those people. I don't know how anybody trains over there. They're so brutal with their training. I'm excited to see her again.
And who do you got in this one?
Loma,
yeah.
Yeah, because Junior's fight was against, what's her name? God, I see her face.
Kay Hansen.
Yes.
Yep, got submitted.
That was a rough fight. Yeah, that was a rough fight.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. I mean, Kay is a very talented grappler. Loma's probably the most talented striker in that division, one of the most, aside from like the champs and the top girls. So we'll see what happens. This should be interesting, but I think Loma takes it. Next up, I'm only putting it on because he's my boy, but yeah, Snatcher. I can't even say the nickname anymore. Carlos Condit is in a fight. He's gonna fight Court McGee. He seems motivated. I'll say that. Court McGee is not the most high caliber opponent. I really think Carlos does not want another loss here. My question is, I don't know how badly he wants to win. They're 2 different things. I don't even remember the last time Court McGee's fought. It may have been a while for him too. I know Carlos hasn't fought since, I believe, 232. I lost to Chiesa via one arms Kimura. So I don't know. I mean, Court's not the most savvy submission guy, which is what's been tripping Condit up lately. He's taking a lot of time off, so his head should be okay. Maybe not great, but okay. Unless he hasn't been going super hard in sparring or something. I don't know. You can call it marking out. I don't know if it is or not. I think I'm trying to be a little bit objective here. I think Condit will win. I think. Obviously, I kind of hope. I like Court McGee too, but I think he'll win. But again, obviously, I'm not positive. I'm not certain.
So why hasn't Condit been cut then? He hasn't fought. He's on what, a 5-fight losing streak, right? 5 fights? Yeah. I mean, he hasn't won since 2016.
I think it's one of those things that, well, the fights he's been in. It's the same thing with like Sanchez. Like, yeah, Sanchez is not in a good run, but he's had so many fight of the years, you know what I mean? Fight of the nights. Mm-hmm. Those things stay with him. And I think with Condit too, his fight with Hendricks, fight with GSP, his fight with Lawler, obviously. I think because he's always been a fan favorite, it's just hard to get rid of those guys. Mm. And I think also probably Dana has a bit of a soft spot. I think he also knows like this is probably his last run. He's not going to sign elsewhere because I think if he keeps losing, I think with this fight, if he doesn't retire here, I don't know what to do. You know, I think he should retire, win, lose, or draw, but doesn't mean that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and Court hasn't fought since October of 2019, I think. And he's a vet. He's been tough.
Yeah.
He was on tough before too, and he's been around for a long time. So, and I guess like Condit didn't really want this fight initially when it was given to him. He's like, oh, I kind of know him. He's a cool guy. I didn't want it. Can we get somebody else? But he's like, you know what? I need to fight. I need to make some money. I need to get in there. So that kind of makes me wonder.
I hope it's not purely because of money. I mean, obviously that's a factor. It needs to be, but you're taking fights just for the money.
Yeah. Instead of being like passionate about it, right? Like having love for it again.
Yeah, because his last like 3 fights, I mean, shit, after the Lawler fight, he basically said that might have been my last one. And god damn it, I was kind of troubled by that one. I said like at that time I was sad. I'm like, I feel you, man. If you this is it, this is it. But I'm like, just one more, just one more. And then he lost to Maya, and I was like, he could probably win more, but I don't want to see. He should just probably call it quits now. But I think the fact that he just got dominated so quickly and just tapped like that, I think it was just like, nah, I can come back. I can come back. And shit doesn't work out that way sometimes.
Man, well, I'll go with Mickey because I'm not sure about Condit, so I'll just go opposite of you.
Damn you. It's all right. It's all right. I forgive you. I went against Kai last week, and that was not just bad against you. That was bad against me because I don't know why I did that, but I ended up being right. So I felt even better when Royval won. Yeah. Win some, you lose some, as we said.
Yep.
Next up on the main card, Jermaine Durandamy is back from her loss to the champ, Amanda Nunes, and she's going to fight Juliana Pena. I know Pena's not the best striker. Obviously, Durandamy is not the best grappler, but I think the deficit in this one is worse for Durandamy than it is Pena. I think Pena can deal with the fact that she's not a good striker. I don't know if Durandamy can deal with the fact that she's not a good grappler.
I don't know. Like with Amanda, she played defense a lot, so maybe she can fight her off and use the cage and get back up because she's such a strong girl. But Pena is strong too, though. With Pena though, I just always laugh because I think about Valentina. She got submitted by Valentina, so.
Valentina, I mean, is a fucking world beater though.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm.
No shame in that. Hopefully. I mean, she did do something kind of stupid, but still, Valentina's a world beater.
Yeah, hopefully GDR has been working on her grappling or whatnot. I mean, I heard that she's pretty good on the ground with the gi on. So, but this is MMA. I don't know, man. It's kind of tough.
I mean, I have to go with Pena here. I'm more of a Durandamy fan than I am Pena, but the hole is just so obvious. It's just glaring holes here. And I can't. I'd be a fool to ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that GDR can just like what she did with Aspen. Well, Aspen was a little compromised because she had that horrible weight cut too.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, the Aspen fight shows that she can take out grapplers, but that was a 10-second fight.
Yeah, we didn't get to see much, and then Aspen had her issues.
And even then, people thought it was a shitty call anyway, but whatever.
Yeah, but it's possible. I mean, if she keeps it standing, it's just that because she has so much power in her hands, and it's accurate. So I'm just gonna go with GDR.
I think if Durandamy has any chance, I think her plan of attack should be straight up Jorge Masvidal running knee. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I really think she should do it. I mean, she's a grappler. You're not going to have a chance in the grappling.
Yeah.
Just fucking take your shot, girl. Just go for it. Just launch yourself. Air Durandamy. Air Jordan, Air Durandamy. Just fucking fly, girl.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this one. Even though there's a lot of GDR haters out there,
Well, a big reason of why there's GDR hate, Reen, is because of the next girl that we're going to talk about in the main event. Your favorite of all time, Holly Holm.
Yep.
Is going to take on that undeserving Mexican, Irene Aldana.
Oh, what the hell? Come on. She just came back from battling COVID.
And I'm supposed to be impressed by that?
Yeah, she almost died. She suffered for 2 weeks. I guess this is going to be like the first Mexican woman to headline a main event. Isn't that a big deal?
I'm trying to think. I thought Grasso did, but no, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, not impressed.
Hardcore, man. I thought you're an Aldana fan.
I am. I'm just fucking with you because
it's Holly.
Yeah, I have to shit on Aldana since you're gonna shit on Holly so much.
Fuck Holly. Come on. So she can get another title shot?
Let her.
And get destroyed? Okay, I'm looking forward to either or. If Aldana wins, great. She gets that opportunity. It's going to be a rough one, but she gets that opportunity. At least we'll have a fresh face in there. If Holly gets it, I'll just once again enjoy it again when she gets demolished. I don't know, head kick again. I mean, Amanda's going to have that mama power, right? This is for my fucking daughter, and just head kick her and, into oblivion, and hopefully like retire, and we'll never have to hear about Holly Holm ever again. I'm looking forward to either or. Come on, like how many times do we have to see it?
You know what's funny is that this thing has never bothered me. Now I'm saying this as some Holly Holm mark that like I want to see her fight for the title every year and all, but I don't know. I just feel like she hasn't fought for the title as much as people say she does.
She's had too many opportunities where she hasn't evolved. Right? Like how many times are we going to see that highlight reel? Ronda Rousey. Can we let it go? I mean,
no, we can't, because that was a monumental shift in the sport, not just women's MMA.
But that's the only highlight that she has.
And Betch.
That's it. And well, Betch don't fucking count.
Don't say that.
Look how short she was. No, look how short she was. I even predicted like she's so short, and her arms are so short as well. That is the perfect height to get head kick, and look what happened.
Still took 3.5 rounds to do it.
Because she's fucking around and waiting. That's all she does is wait for you to make a mistake. She hasn't evolved. Nothing. I mean, the Ronda Rousey head kick was 2015? And she still has yet to evolve? And she's been in the game for how long? I'm so bored, man. I'm so bored with Holly. Like, I really do want her to do better. I expect her to do better. I mean, she's been in combat sports for how long? And, like, for some reason, she's still stuck. I mean, telling you, man, she needs to get out of fucking New Mexico. Try something else. Go to Florida. Well, I don't know about Florida. COVID and hotbeds and shit, but I don't know, Denver?
So what does it say about you that you're rooting for the Mexican, but you have all this hate against the New Mexican?
The New Mexico girl?
Yeah, the New Mexico. What you got against the New Mexican, huh?
Hey man, if she can show like grappling skills or something different, then great. I'm all in. Let's see Amanda and her go at it again.
She showed those grappling skills against Megan Anderson.
Oh God. Megan. The one that was supposed to help kick off the featherweight division.
Hey, Megan's next for the title. Say what you want about Holly fighting for the title. Megan's next.
Well, I mean, just how many girls are in that division?
How many girls are in bantamweight? That's the other thing. If Holly beats Aldana, you say what you want about her being deserving or not. There's not a lot of talent there.
I know.
That's so the sad truth. Now. That's the sad truth. Like, that's why all these I understand it. You're not the only Holly Holm hater. You're probably in the majority and not the minority. But to me, I've always just been like, well, who else is there? These girls got to step up. They keep giving it to her because no one's stepping up. I'm not mad about it. You can't beat a predictable, key-eyeing cardio kickboxer.
Yeah.
So she's going to keep getting the shots.
Go give it to Sarah McMahon.
How many fights has she won?
Well, she's been out too because of baby and whatnot, and she's waiting for a fight. Aspen, wasn't she supposed to fight Aspen, but something happened with Aspen? Or no? I forget. There's so many like pullouts.
Again, I was fucking around with all this. Aldana is a deserving contender. Ketlin is right there too. But there's just no one that like stands out. This is a great matchup because yes, this will determine the next contender. I feel. I think the winner of this fight, especially if Aldana wins. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe Holm wins and she's got to take on Ketlin Vieira or someone else in the meantime. Who knows? But if Aldana wins, I'm pretty goddamn sure she's gonna get the next title shot, and I'm excited for that. That'd be cool. I don't know how good her chances would be, but obviously I'm gonna be excited for a Mexican female to get a title shot. That'd be cool. But again, not enough women have beaten Holly for it to make a difference in that division.
I really want to see Holly and Aspen go at it, but we didn't get to see that.
I mean, we can still get it, but obviously things got to align.
Yeah, it's so stale, that bantamweight division. Like strawweight is where it's at.
Strawweight's always where it's been at. People talk about flyweight. There's still contenders. Like I know Shevchenko is so good, so there's like no challenges, but there's a lot of talent there, and girls can move up and go down. Bantamweight, it's just been this way. It's shifted since Ronda lost for sure. When Holm won the title, I mean, it went from her to Misha to Nunes now, but there was a bit of evolution there, and then ever since Nunes got it, I mean, there's just girls can't keep up.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it goes. It was basically Ronda, a year where she didn't have the title, and then Nunes, and that's been like the whole tale of bantamweight in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, Pena was in that mix too, and she had a baby, and she had injuries and stuff like that, and she was like supposed to be the next big thing, but that didn't pan out, and
that's another issue.
Yeah, we're just like waiting for these girls to like really like come up.
You brought up a good point with Sarah and with Pena. I mean, fighters are gonna get hurt. Men, women, they're all gonna get hurt. It happens. Injuries are rampant in the sport, but women have something that men don't.
Yep.
They have to deal with children, really deal with them, not in the John Jones way of dealing with them, like really deal with them.
Yeah.
So there's also that. So maybe that's just always going to be the inherent issue in any female division.
Yeah. Well, that one chick, Lee, what's her name? I forgot her first name. The one championship.
Angela?
Yeah, she just announced she's pregnant.
Holy shit.
Yeah, congratulations. But it's like, whoa, what happened? Like, you're going to have to sit out for a while. Isn't she still champion?
I don't even know. I haven't kept up with her too much.
Yeah, she just announced it earlier.
From what people have said that really follow one and really follow Angela, it seems like she wasn't too, like the past couple of years, she hasn't had her head fully in MMA. So maybe it's just a way, like, obviously she needs to get on with her life, but this may be a thing like, nah, I just want to be a mom. I'm cool. I don't need fighting anymore. And it seems like they pay her very well. So maybe she can just do well with what she's done.
Possible. Like her brother is in there. Like I guess her younger sister got signed. Her husband is there too, in the same organization.
Yeah, now they got her little sister, right? She's like 16 or some shit.
Yeah, already signed her. Yep. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, mommies. They want to be mommies, or it just happens. I'm gonna go with Aldana. I mean, I'm hoping it's gonna be tough for sure. Especially, I mean, she fought COVID, man. But I'm hoping like.
And Holly never got it much to your dismay.
I know. Hopefully she, Aldana has like super lungs now because she fought this shit. And she's in Abu Dhabi. Well, New Mexico's hot too.
See, she got the New Mexican genes.
Oh my God. I'm from New Mexico, bitch.
Right. That's right. So it has to be better.
Oh my God. Like some Americans
by definition.
Yeah. Did you know that some Americans think that New Mexico is not part of the United States?
Oh, you should never tell me that.
Well, sorry. Yeah. Some Americans just need to go back and like learn like geography again. Yep. But of course, who are you gonna go with, Holly?
Just to piss you off. Solely for the reason to piss you off.
Do you hear this?
I believe in Aldana.
Did you hear this, MMA nerd?
She's hearing it, yeah.
Ashley, you hear this shit?
I will turn my back on my own. I have no shame.
Well, I do it too, so it's all good.
I swear to God, I think we've had this discussion before, but I still think Aldana may be whiter than Holly. Like just as far as tone goes.
I think she is, really.
Because she's not like sunburnt like Holly is.
Yeah. Plus she got like the freckles and the sunspots going on and everything.
Yeah.
She really needs to get with like a skincare like sponsor or something.
It's too late. You can't do that at this point. She's in New Mexico. They
reverse some of that Asian, like go get like exfoliation or like mask done or something. Like,
or get that Lil Kim bleaching treatment.
Yeah.
People talk about Michael Jackson. How come no one talks about Lil Kim? You guys want to see some scary shit? Look up Lil Kim right now if you haven't seen her lately. That's some shit.
Yeah, look up that, and then like back in the day, like 1998, 99-ish,
Yeah,
is it?
like before 2000. Yeah,
Yep, yep.
transformation.
Crazy.
Yeah, but enough about old school rap stars and the racial battle going on in the fucking octagon on Saturday night. Like, there's not enough of that going on in this country. Let's talk about some headlines. So after the fights, after UFC 253, we alluded to it earlier about Conor trying to fight Diego Sanchez. Dana made this comment in the press post-fight presser because, of course, they had to ask about Conor, even though he has absolutely nothing to do with the event. He had leaked these DMs between Dana and himself, and Dana was upset. Apparently, you don't do this type of thing. That's a man code thing. Those are his words. Man code. You don't leak DMs like that. You don't screenshot DMs. He wasn't like yelling. He wasn't like super upset. But this is like one of the first times I remember Dana. I think the only time he was ever kind of pissed at Conor was when he didn't show up at that press conference and they pulled him from UFC 200. That's like the only time. Even like the bottle throwing incident and all that with Diaz and all that. I don't even know if he was this upset. I mean, he talked to him like he was a child. Like, Conor, we use our words. Don't do that, Conor. But I don't think he was as upset as he was at this. He seemed genuinely upset by this.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit about the Daley incident. He let Conor do whatever he wanted to. But I have a question though. Is there really a man code?
There's a thing called the man code. What it entails, what it involves, fuck if I know.
That was weird. I'm like, man code, or are you just mad that your puppet or dog or whatever you want to call it just kind of outed you and shit? Like, is that what it is? Like, you have no control over him now? And then now he's trying to book like charity fights with one of your fighters?
Yeah, this is business. This has nothing to do with like, oh, we were tight. Like, this is business, man. This isn't, him leaking something that he said about his wife or his kids or something. Like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Okay, so it's man code with quotations then.
Yeah, as in you're fucking up my business, kid.
Right.
Now other fighters, they're gonna feel like they can do this, and I guarantee you, there's gonna be some mid-tier fighter that does this that will get cut.
Yeah.
And he's gonna say, "Hey, didn't I mention about that Conor incident that you don't do shit like that? Well, that's why he's gone, or she's gone."
Yeah, because I mean, she was trying to work with him with whatever fights, they were trying to get for him, right? So they're basically business partners in comparison to how he not manages, but promotes fighters outside of Conor. So it's that thing then.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, you're right. It's not a promoter-fighter relationship. It is business partners. And it seems like it's all but assured that Conor does have some kind of stake in the company. How it is, whether it's actual shares or a big percentage of pay-per-views or whatever you may call it, he's in bed with them somehow.
Right. Or have been in bed with him with somebody else. Allegedly.
I
don't know. We'll see. Who knows what Conor knows, man? I mean, he was like partying with them, right? Dana and Fertitas, like after every win, right? For a while there.
Yeah, especially early on.
Yeah, made them huge amounts of money. So, I mean, who knows what they are doing.
Actually, I totally forgot about this. A few days ago, I was listening to Show Money, Bloody Elbows show about the payouts and stuff and all the business side of MMA. And I totally forgotten that there was a lawsuit involving Dana and one of his strippers. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
I vaguely remember the details, but they mentioned it. And I guess that's like actually proceeding. I guess like next month or in a few weeks, they're going to go with like their first motion or some shit. Yeah. So who knows what comes out of that?
Oh, it's not good then, huh? All kinds of stuff might come out. So she didn't get the payout or anything?
I don't know. I
Or
don't even remember
threats?
I don't even remember what the issue was, but I'm sure she'll get a settlement. I'm sure even if
Damn.
Dana doesn't want to pay, Ari's gonna say, "Shut the fuck up and you fucking pay her.
Yeah.
You're not in control anymore."
It's just funny, man. Man code.
Man,
That's why
code.
you need what's that? The Chappelle skit with the disclosure agreement.
Yeah, confidentiality agreement.
Yep, yep.
See, Reen, that's why with us, I know you're a woman, but this doesn't have to be a conversation with us with our Manco because our DMs and our messages are just so fucking flammable. They're so explosive. It's like, no, I can't out you. You can't out me. We're going down together.
Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is how you
Yep.
do it, people. You get
Yep.
enough dirt on each other, and
Yep.
that's the guarantee right there.
That's right.
That's what makes lifelong friendship.
Yep. We agreed on that. We're like, yep, you go down, I go down.
Yep.
Yep.
For better or worse, for you guys watch. I hope
Yep.
that day never comes, but yeah,
Yeah.
we made a blood oath essentially.
Yeah, for real, man. White people learn from us.
No, they just do.
Right? Like, fuck it. Talk to my lawyers.
God. See, and that's all I'm wishing for. I don't want money to get fucking a Mercedes or to get this giant house or a fucking maid or anything. I don't give a shit about any of that. I just want good lawyers, man. That's all I want. Good lawyers means ultimate freedom. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
True.
You will get away scot free.
Yep. They'll do your taxes too and make sure you
Oh
don't have to pay.
there you go.
It's good to have them around, apparently.
Cost a pretty penny, but goddamn it, you will be so much more free.
Yep.
Oh my god. Anyway, enough of my hopes and dreams. Next up. Something else we alluded to earlier. Amanda Nunes and Nina Ansaroff, they're officially mothers. Congratulations to them. I believe Reagan, right, is the baby's name?
Yes.
Little girl. Reagan.
Yeah, she's a week old today, I believe.
Yeah, I want to say that like the next day after we recorded last week is when they announced that the baby was born. So yeah, about a week old now. And I haven't seen a lot of pictures of Nina. It's just gonna be weird to see her not with the belly anymore, Like she was so big.
I
It
know.
was so adorable.
Used to seeing that. Yeah.
I was getting so scared, like seeing her hit the bag and shit. I was like, oh my god, the baby must be like, like a fucking earthquake in there, man. Doing spinning kicks and shit on the bag and still sparring with Amanda and shit. Like, oh my god.
So amazing that they have a baby now. And Amanda's posted pictures of feeding the baby and so cute.
Amanda, I don't know why I have this feeling. Just because she's such a goofball and kind of awkward. I just have this thing like, not that her and Nina are gonna fight, but like Nina's gonna have to like, you know what I mean? Like she's gonna be like such a quote unquote dude about it. Like she doesn't probably know how to change diapers and shit like that. She's like, Nina's gonna have to guide her way through all this. It's the funniest thing seeing like the embeddeds and all that whenever Amanda's fighting, like how much Nina does is like, man. And I always find this interesting because like there's always that dynamic with same sex couples that like clearly someone's the man, it's the woman that's like the thing. And I've had this conversation with like my girlfriend about that. Like Nina's just so badass. It's just so weird that anyone has that distinction in that relationship, And she's like, I don't know if Nina would ever be like that with anybody. I really think she just loves Amanda that much that she's like, okay, I'll do the dirty work. I mean, the baby's named after Nunes. The baby's last name is Nunes,
Yeah. Yeah. They have that understanding.
Yeah.
That's what couples do, right? Like that's what relationship is all about. Like
it's a universal thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing. But you fucking haters.
Oh, don't even talk about that, Rain.
You fucking haters.
Those people are the saddest motherfuckers on earth. They're the same ones. That's why. Why do you think Esther's leaving, man?
God damn it. Just because you're a man doesn't make you a fucking father. Doesn't make you a parent, okay? That's all I gotta say. Because I can go on and on about that.
Yeah, there's no reason to. There's no reason
God.
to. These people are ridiculous. No.
Yeah, like those are two badass moms right there. Two badass parents. Okay? You wish. You wish you could be
It's
like
probably a
that.
lot of QAnon people too that always are claiming about, oh my God, save the children. They're all being kidnapped and sold into slavery and sexual trafficking and all this bullshit. Probably the same people that have a problem with this shit. Look at yourselves in the mirror.
Right? I don't get it, but yeah.
Can't let parents be. But
Yeah.
have an issue with all this shit that you claim is going on by very vague posts on fucking 4chan.
Unbelievable. But yeah. Beautiful baby. The room is so cute too. The crib and everything. Like beautiful.
Yeah, you're gonna have to probably send me some of these because I haven't seen too much of their posts and stuff. I think I just saw the one last week of when she was born and that was it. But
yeah, the nursery and stuff, like yeah, they dressed it up so cute and yeah, that baby is just gonna be so loved. Loved already, like even before like the baby came, like just they were so excited. So like it's amazing. The goat has a little baby goat.
there is the male goat, I guess, in John Jones, right? As many people say, and there is Amanda Nunes is the female goat, and the discrepancy in parenting, even though Nunes has been a mother for 1 week, I think is already way off. I could be wrong.
Yep.
She could totally fuck this up, but I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but thank you for bringing that up. There's your example right there.
I don't pray dyslexia on any kid, but if this little girl has dyslexia, I'm sure Nunes will deal with it accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll bring it up in traffic stops. I'm like shaking my head. Can you like imagine me just shaking my head?
Yes.
Can you
yes,
feel it?
Yes. I have a feeling one day you might tell your son this, like, just son, just know, I'll never throw you under the bus, and I will never tell anybody you have dyslexia.
Shit. That'd
What's
be
dyslexia, Mom? Don't worry about it, son.
Huh.
Just know I won't do it.
Yep. Dude. My kid, man, like today, he's like, you still pick me up. I was like, son, I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you weigh 225 pounds later on in life. I'm still going to be able to pick you up because I lift weights. So no problem.
Just don't tell me you're going to be one of those moms that wants to hold hands when you cross the street with your son, even though he's fucking 25 years old and with a wife and kids.
Shit, I might. No, at that point, I'm going to be like holding the kids.
Okay.
Or, or pushing a stroller, or, I'll be with my grandbabies. No, I ain't going to be like that. No. He's a man. At that point, he needs to let go.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There's been times very recently where even my mother will still try and pull that shit, and it's the funniest yet saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it always makes me feel bad. Yes.
Aww.
Yes. Even with my brother, who's in his late 30s, she's still done it.
Aww.
Yeah. No, don't. Oh, it's fucking sad and embarrassing, and I always feel bad about it. But yeah, that's why I asked that.
Oh shit! My mom was like always talking shit to me. Asian moms.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
She's always like, I don't care how old you are. Like, you're still my baby. You're still my kid. But she still talk shit to me, so I'm kind of confused. That's why I'm so hard as it is.
She's got to keep you in line.
Right? I'm like Watterson's mom.
Hey. She's tough. Watterson just doesn't get it.
Ah, shit.
Spent too much time with Dad, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows, man? Or just maybe New Mexico in that gym. I don't know.
God, your hatred of New Mexico.
I ain't rolling through that state ever.
I thought you didn't. I thought you disliked white people, but not as much as you hate New Mexico.
I rolled through there one time. I was like driving across country from South Carolina to California with my bro. We did it in 3 days, so I did have to drive through there. It's actually really nice. It's beautiful.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah, but would I like live there? Nah, it's too fucking hot, man. But it's getting really hot here too because of climate change and shit. People don't believe in
See,
that, but yeah.
it comes to you.
Yep.
And lastly, Bellator 247 happened earlier today. Denise Koholtz got a basically a one-punch knockout of Kay Jackson. That was spectacular. And that was the main event.
Yeah, because of Paul Daley.
Yes.
Had his weight cutting issue. And I guess later on, he didn't even go to the hospital. Did you hear that?
Okay. No, I missed this. What I did see is he's basically semi-retiring from MMA.
Oh, shit, what?
Recent. Yeah, he said that after talking to his family that he's decided that his next fight will be at 175. He doesn't know when or where, but it will be his last fight.
Wow. Okay. Because, yeah, I guess he never made it to the hospital or something. He didn't need to be treated. And, yeah, he could still make this fight, make it happen. But, yeah, it looks like, yeah, they went with Denise. And what is it, 30-second KO or something?
I think like 45, 46 seconds.
Jeez, man.
She annihilated Kay Jackson. And, man, Kay Jackson, what I've seen, like, I don't know if she's ever been knocked out. And if she has, I don't think it's ever been like that. It was wild. Like, it wasn't brutal. Like, it wasn't like Alana Vieira, where she just deaded her. But it was like, whoa, she fell to the mat like a fucking sack of potatoes.
Yeah, that was good for her. Main event. I mean.
Yeah, last minute, but hey, a main event's a main event, right? And you show out like that?
For real, right? Damn. Coker's probably like hella happy with that one. That performance. Made up for the loss.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, and I want to correct myself. I believe last week when I mentioned Koholtz, I said that she was undefeated in Bellator. I believe she's had one loss. I think it was to Vera Ortega. I think it was a submission, but that was early on. I think she like won 2, lost 1, and now she's like on a 3 or 4 fight winning streak. So either way, still amazing. She had been doing a couple submissions in her last couple fights, and now she has knockouts. So now we know. It's not just that she's evolved into an MMA fighter. She's still a kickboxer at heart, and she could still fuck you up with them hands and knees and feet.
And that's just so amazing how well she's doing.
We've talked about this offer. I personally think Denise Koholtz might be the most attractive woman in MMA. But does she also have possibly the best body?
I think so.
That girl's jacked, dude, but like not in a intimidating sense. But yeah, I seen her today. I was like, damn, this girl's built.
Yeah, she has that natural beauty. Like, she doesn't need makeup or anything.
Yeah, but as obviously you can talk on this, Rain, her body's pretty spectacular, right?
Fuck yeah, man. She's been working. Yep, that's all natural. She probably jump roping.
Well, kickboxers do it. Kickboxers and boxers do it. MMA, I don't know how much they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get your results for sure. But yeah, that's it for headlines. No real matchups, so we're gonna get straight into the news story of the week. And the headline is, for Subway, a ruling not so sweet. Irish court says its bread isn't bread. So this is a very strange story. It kind of reminds me of the story we did last week with the whole black licorice thing. The headline itself is a bit ridiculous, even though it's true. But there's like all kinds of legal issues here too, taxing issues, all kinds of lawsuits that Subway's been involved in the past. This is a wild story. So I guess in Ireland, there's different tax codes on different kinds of food. And bread is taxed at 0%, I guess, because it's like a staple food. But then they did some type of investigation and realized that it has a shitload of sugar. And the ratio of sugar it has is way off from what regular bread has. So they're saying it's not necessarily bread. It's almost to be considered a cake.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I didn't read into this too much, but do they make it different? Because they have like sodas that are made differently.
You mean in Europe?
Yeah. Coke in Mexico tastes different.
True. Yes, I can attest to that. Yeah, I can attest to that.
So I wonder, do they make it like this on purpose to save costs?
Well, there's a cost thing, and as we well know, sugar is basically a drug. It is addicting, so fast food, the processed food industry. Sugar and fat and sugar, fat and salt. They go a long way. I mean, this is not. It's still fast food, regardless of it may be a slightly healthier alternative, and bread is still not necessarily healthy for you to begin with, and
Mm-mm.
it is. I do find it funny that it's happened in Ireland and not maybe somewhere like France or Italy, because they take their bread very seriously. They don't fuck around with their bread.
Right.
And Ireland, again, this is some type of tax issue. Ireland's well known for having very favorable tax laws, at least for American corporations. Companies like Google and Apple do that they establish themselves in those countries because I guess the tax code is very favorable to them. So somehow this ended up becoming an issue for Subway and their bread. And I guess it's shown too that in the past there's been petitions and stuff because it has some kind of chemical in it that's also used in yoga mats, which I guess is not all that surprising. And then this is kind of a big story a few years ago too, that there was some kind of lawsuit because the $5 footlong thing was false advertising because they're not even a foot long.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
There was that issue here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was particularly here. Because of
Yeah.
course Americans are gonna feel gypped when you
They would measure that shit.
half an inch counts, right, Rian?
Yeah, of course. Fuck, man. You know how we are. Like, we measure, we make sure all our chicken McNuggets are in there. Fucking, you order 6-piece, well, 6 pieces should be there.
Oh, you're one of those?
I'm not. I don't eat chicken McNuggets, but
Oh, okay.
like, that's how Americans are. Like,
I know plenty of people like that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Damn it. I've like considered breaking up friendships because of that shit. Like, God damn it, really? Bitch about this shit.
Like big ass KFC buckets are like, oh my god, there's enough breasts in here or some bullshit. The ratio. But yeah, this is pretty funny though. So they're basically eating cake.
Cake with, I think it was a tweet or something that said that like you can no longer call them subs or sandwiches. It's like cake with ham in it or something like that. Like that's what it should be called.
Ew, gross. I stopped eating Subway anyway, so.
Was this recent or been a good while?
It's been a while. It's been a while because I cut out bread, so.
Well, yeah, can't really do much there, right? Even
Yep.
what would be the healthier alternative? What, flatbread? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because even the wheat, it's not like they're having sprouted Ezekiel bread or some shit,
Right. Yep.
Can't order a bowl. There's no
Nope.
Subway bowls.
Nope. Yeah. Fuck Subway, man. Oh, Lord. Fucking, yeah. I checked up on that Jared guy, and yeah, it's crazy. Like, Subway's serving shitty ass bread in Ireland, but this dude is eating fancy food in prison.
Did you see what state he's in?
Colorado.
Huh, okay. Yeah, man, because I don't think this dude's in fucking Rikers.
No.
Or fucking San Quentin, That dude would have been dead a long goddamn time ago.
Yeah, he's in some fancy correctional institution. Yeah, he has gym and hobby shop and everything available to him.
Again, people, the goddamn lawyer. See what I'm talking about?
He should be eating all that cake with ham.
Okay, Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. Yes.
Send all that shitty bread or cake from Ireland and give it to this dude. Make him eat it.
To really rub his face in it, I mean, that's his whole story, right? He got fit by eating Subway and walking and shit. Now they should just feed him the most unhealthiest shit they have on the menu all day, every day. Nothing but footlongs, fucking meatball subs with extra bacon and pepperoni. I mean, shit, it'll taste good. Shit might kill him in a year, though.
Was that story debunked, though, later, or no? I thought it was debunked. It's been so long. I just remember the craze over it, too. People started eating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think he did it. I mean, obviously there's like caveats. It's not just as simple as eating a fucking sandwich and walking a little bit. Like, yeah, obviously there's still lifestyle changes. I'm sure he was also eating regular, healthier food and probably working out here and there. Like, I don't think just because you eat a sub here and there is gonna fucking help you lose weight. Obviously, it's a whole process. Pun slightly intended.
Well, there you have it, guys. Don't eat Subway bread. Make sure it's not cake and fucking whatever veggies you fucking throw on there.
Yeah, I think we'll leave that there.
I know we could go so far with this, but I think we've done.
This has been a hell of a day. This has been a hell of a day. This has been a hell of a night. Yeah. And we have quite a weekend to look forward to. So
right. Yep.
We will end this by saying thank you, as always, for listening. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at juice_MMA. Green.
Fox with you on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can follow the podcast at iFoxForJuice on Twitter and Instagram as well, where podcasts can be found. Now also Amazon Music. It's been one of the more recent platforms. We may still have a platform or two to get on. I'm always trying to add shit. So thank you for listening. Tell your friends. Do what you want. Do what you can. And we'll see you next week. Later.
See ya.